There we go. That's nice. Sweet. We found a sweet spot. We found a sweet spot. Hey, Sham Galvez, what's up, guys? Should I push to failure every time for growing muscle? You know, pushing to failure is an interesting topic of discussion. You know, in the prison system, we just pushed for 50 reps per set times 20 sets. That was just a common thing. But one day I said, you know what, maybe I can do more than 50, right? And I did like 260. I'm like, and it blew my mind, man. I had this immediate thought. I'm like, well, if I could just do 260, why have I been stopping myself at 50 reps? I've been shortchanging myself. That's what I've been doing. It was a learning experience for sure. I'm like, man, what have I been doing this whole time, right? And then I started pushing myself, doing 400 reps per set, doing 1,000 reps per set. You know, I'm like, what else could I do, right? Because that's what I want to know. What else could I do? At this point, sweet. That machine is cool. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, it's cool. This is the Rit Fit. One more rep. Yeah, I knew you were listening, right? One more rep each time, guys, right? Don't just do 10, do 11. You don't need a spotter. Yeah, that's what makes it so sweet, right? That's what makes it so sweet. Greetings everybody. Oh, let's mess around. Let's find out, right? Right? Perfect. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Drink some coffee. Bench press. Don't have a pull-up bar. How do I train them if I don't have one? Well, you do inverted rows. We did inverted rows in the prison cell with just a bed sheet, right? You just tie a bed sheet to the top bunk, you know, or you put a knot in it and close it up in your door. Close the knot up in your door with your bed sheet, and then you can do inverted rows, right? So that's how you do those. Feels good. Let's do some cards too. Let's put more weight on it. Let's put more weight on it. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. One more rep says work on my pull-up game. Yeah, pull-ups are sweet, right? Freaking awesome. What do you think about training while fasting? It's difficult on the third day, for sure. I just takes everything to get a half-assed workout done. Do you do half reps or full reps? My priority is the half rep range of motion. That is my priority. I feel it's just a better time under tension for sure. Where am I from? Ohio. Just here in Ohio. Broadcasting from my basement in Ohio. Nice. Wow. Hey, greetings. Yeah. Greetings. Let's see. Andriel, sunny day. Greetings, Andriel. That felt good. That felt good. Ever since you got the turkey blew up, I did. Yeah. Proof's in the pudding. It's funny. It's funny. It works. It sure does. And I've only been taking one pill a day. You know, I know it recommends up to 3 pills a day. I couldn't imagine, right, the results we'd be getting if we took 3 a day. Be sick, right? Says, yes, before I heard off soon, I need to ask you a question about breathing with heavy lifting. What do you suggest for best lift? I don't know. I mess around, right? Sometimes I'll try to pre-oxidate my blood before a lift, right? Just try to get more air in my blood system, you know, stuff like that. But I like to breathe with the pattern. You know, I think patterns are nicely learned through jogging and whatnot. Let's see what we could do. Let's pull 2 cards at a time, and then we'll go from there. We got King and 8, so that'll be 18 on deck. Hey, Dion Staley, welcome to the chat. 18 on deck. Greetings, guys. Make sure you guys check out Dion Staley's channel, One More Reps channel, Phillips channel. We got a lot of channels here. Diana Barges, we got Progress Fitness. Heck yeah, welcome, guys. Good to see all these warriors in the chat. Yeah. Nice. Nice. The pills, that's that Turk Builder Max. Yep. That's what we're taking. We got Ace and 10 is next. That's going to be 20. Am I bulking? No, I'm not bulking. No, I don't eat enough to bulk. I don't feel like bulking's a great thing to do for me anyways. Bro got the Coach Greg supplements. Awesome. I got no complaints. I don't know what everybody's problem is with it. You know, if it works, it works. I mean, what more can I say? What do your tattoos mean? They all mean something, you know, like I got Serenity on my knuckles, you know. I got that after I got clean, you know. My weight, I'm probably about 185. I don't know, I'm just guessing. No, I'm not bulking. I'm not doing anything specific. I'm just working out. We got 20 on deck. I'm just trying to get my muscles used to feeling some weight. You know, just get in the feeling of it. And then we're going to work a program. We're going to work a power chart. We're going to work a power chart. Nice. That was nice. Polish? Yeah. Well, my grandparents are. I was born here in Ohio. Ooh. Boy, that's a nice feeling, huh? Holy smokes. Why would I tattoo my name? Oh, that's not for my benefit. That's for your benefit, right? It's like one of those last thing you see before it's over kind of thing, right? If you're close enough to read it, you've already gotten too close. It's over with. Kind of like a warning if you can read it from afar. Queen and 2, that'll be 12. Well, when I was working out on the yard doing my push-ups and whatnot, this guy came up to me. He's like, Pollock. I said, yeah. He's like, I just got 8 years off of my sentence because of you and your case, right? It's changed. It's created law. It created case law, right? He's like, thank you. I'm going home now to my family. I had 8 years left on my sentence, and now I'm going home. I'm like, sweet. I didn't do anything, right? It was just my appeal for my case was making changes in the system, right? Guys are going home. It was a good time. Good time. It was a good experience. Yeah, I would do it again if I had to. Next, Ace. Queen, that'll be 20. Point of the story. Point of the story. Don't go to prison. That's the point of the story. Don't go to prison. No, my name is a respected name. I have no enemies. No enemies. People shook my hand as I left the prison system. Said it was good to know you, right? Yep. Yeah, I ain't some knucklehead. Burnett or Brett. Brent says, I did 3 years in state prison here in Tennessee. Thankful for what I learned while I was in. No doubt, I can relate. Welcome home, stay home. MK, Parma, checking in, greetings. Parma in the house. Jonathan, Gravity Core Fitness is a machine, heck yeah. No doubt, was there ever a question? Gravity Core Fitness. Did a month in Utah. Yeah. Anytime being locked up is too much, right? It's like that field of dreams, right? If you build it, they will come, right? Pack them in. Pack them in. Yeah, I work out every day. How's my brother? He's doing good. Burglary, unlawful possession of weapons it was. No. The burglary was just a trespassing. They got charged to burglary. I was looking for scrap metal. And the owner of the building was there as well. So it became a burglary, even though nothing was stolen. It's the way the law works. If there's somebody else in the building, it becomes a burglary instead of a regular trespassing. But I got that, but that's not why I got charged. I got charged for ordering this stuff in the mail. They gave me 18 months for that. And that barred me from possession of the pew-pews. And then they gave me 9 years for that. I only ended up serving, 6.5 years for those things. They're victimless crimes. I didn't hurt anybody but myself. It is what it is. How much do I weigh? 185. Yeah, you have said previously that you build this physique without using weights, but now you're using them. Yeah, does that mess with your brain? Yeah, I built my physique without using weights, for sure. And I'm this strong that I can pick up weights and put them down without a problem, right? It's pretty awesome. Calisthenics is king. But these weights are definitely an addition to the conversation of getting jacked. Building a physique with calisthenics only, up to this point, weights are only an addition. We're going to make some freaking gains by doing this. Heck yeah, we are. King and queen, so that'll be 20. Yeah. We are on our way to making more gains. Yes. Do I do any martial arts? Not really. Yeah, I don't have enough discipline and focus and time at the moment for all the martial arts that I would love to partake in. Let's do 20. The Green Goblin, right? Yeah, I gotta meet that dude, right? Ugh. Whew. Yikes. Pulse and Iron, hey, welcome to the chat. Saying that you don't have time is like saying you don't want to do it. So this is how I balance my time, right? It's depending on the on the show, right? So a couple months ago, I started getting into judo. And what happens, right? We do less YouTube. We do yet less streaming. We do less workouts because I'm over here doing judo now, right? So you guys get less of me the more I dip my toe into judo and whatever, you know? So, and you know, I'm trying to make this channel grow, right? So I want to be here. I want to get my time and efforts. Maybe once the channel, you know, takes off and, you know, we'll have more time to do more judo and stuff like that. You know, I think that would be great. That's the dream, right? Hey, Shirley, greetings. Happy trails. Welcome to the chat. Enriel, greetings. We got 4 and 9. That'll be 13. Do you eat a certain way or do you eat whatever I want? I eat depending on how much, you know, if things are going well, you know, I eat the way a regular human being eats. You know, if you guys got extra money, you buy extra groceries. If things are tight, you don't eat so much. You know, that's just the way things go. You know, so it goes up and down, my eating habits, right? Just like everybody else. I'm a regular dude. Do I have a stretching routine? I mess around with the resistance bands. I like them. I think resistance bands are awesome. We got 13 on deck. Let's get that. Sweet. Ghost says, I ain't watched you in the past few months, but God, you've gotten well big now. Fair play. Thanks, man. I'm working on it, right? That's the whole point. Stay in constant process of making gains, even if they're little gains, you know. They add up. Where am I at today? We did a members only workout consisting of 430 push-ups while on an elevated surface and incorporating a knee thrust with each push-up. That was the warm-up. Got a cup of coffee. Now we're doing some bench press and whatnot. We're picking things up and we're putting them back down. You know, Jesse, I was doing half reps, but it effed up your joints. No, it didn't. Let's look at your channel history. Channel activity. So I stopped doing it for a long time. I think I'm going back to push-ups, but I want to do normal push-ups, military style. All right, well, I don't know, however it feels good for you, I guess. Now, if people ache and pain, I suggest, check your basics first. Like, are you taking any Epsom salt baths? Are you consuming any magnesium, zinc, boron, MSM, creatine? You know, are you taking the basics, or are you just like wearing yourself down, grinding away each time without like replenishing anything, you know? What are you doing? You know, a lot of guys are just grinding away and then they start complaining about being in pain and they're not really doing anything about it, you know, besides just grinding away more. You know, if as long as you're doing the basics, you know, I think you guys who are complaining just won't be complaining anymore because you're not going to be in any discomforts. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. We got 14 on deck. Schedule me a workout, please, James. James. Who knows, James? Everybody's got a different physique to start off with, right? Everybody's different levels. Hey guys, welcome to the chat. Gravity Core Fitness, welcome to the chat. Hand placement. Check your form. Adjust hand placement. Oh yeah, for aches and pains. Good one, Gravity Core Fitness. Good one. Yeah, a lot of aches and pains are caused by hand placement, as Gravity Core says. You know, check your hand placement. You know, you always want to have your elbows down and your hands down as much as possible. You know, shoulders back. Am I trying to get into the 200-pound range? Not really. I mean, my body just feels good at 185, 190. Yeah. You do it with the dice, you roll the dice instead of the cards. That's sweet. Yeah, that sounds like good stuff. Anything to keep your focus, you know? Nice. What I do time for? Oh, I just being stupid. I ordered this stuff in the mail before it was legal in my state. That was the initial felony. It's kind of like a domino effect after that. Set doesn't look centered. Oh yeah, in the picture? Sure. Right. You're right. wish I could have that determination and routine. Yeah, we'll start by posting a vlog of everything that you do. That way, you can stay accountable to the community. And then also in doing so, you show the next man what is possible by staying consistent. 8 and 2, that will be 10 on deck. It's insane you got locked up for weed. Now you can get concentrates and shrooms anywhere legally. Yeah, it's a wild time to be alive. I knew a guy who got 20 years for having some plants on his property. 20 years. And when I met him, he already had served 10. Yeah, that's wild, right? But, I mean, day and age is changing. That's not really a thing anymore. People are getting locked up for. So, I mean, things are moving in the right direction. I don't think people should be getting locked up for 20 years over some plants. It's not like you killed anybody. 10 on deck. Yeah. Woo, nice. Holy smokes. Let's see, Miss Deer here says I did MEISTER and then HERR. Says I did 12 years in New Jersey State Prison. Welcome home. Stay home for sure. Yeah, I don't take any testosterone or anything. I can pass a drug test. Yeah. And I think, honestly, my physique is better than most people's who are on the TRT and whatnot, But that's my opinion. Yeah, I don't do anything for the shoulders specifically besides the resistance band. My shoulders pretty much get hit, from everything we naturally do, all the push-ups and whatnot. How heavy does that rack get? I don't know, man. I'm just getting into it now. It's pretty awesome. consistency, AI for consistency, several autonomy coaches, literally AI for consistency. Yeah, there's a lot of AI platforms as like consistency coaches. They're all pretty cool, right? Boy, we did a lot so far. I'm kind of exhausted. So we started the day with 430 push-ups with 430 knee thrusts. And then we did all these reps with this weight. I don't even know how much that is. This is a lot, man. I can't imagine what we've done so far. So that's 10, that's 20, that's 30, that's 40, that's 50, that's 60, that's 70, that's 80, that's 90, that's 100, 113, 126, 127 reps so far on top of that. I'm kind of feeling it. To be honest. I am. What are those cards? These are my sucker-free decks of cards. I got this available to support the channel. We got this available to support the channel. Oh, man. Am I working out again this afternoon? No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to call that the end of the main workout. I'm going to get back to the super chat Natasha hit us up with in the beginning. It says $1 per rep, burpee or push-ups, your choice. I'm going to take push-ups. Yeah, 100 push-ups. That'll be the thing. You know what? What if I just did 100 reps on the bench? Like, well, I'll reduce the weight and do 100 of that. I think that would be a crazy pump. It's up to you. Thanks. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try it right here on the bar. I think since we're stimulated, do like 100 reps straight, and that would be like comparatively to my body weight. I'm gonna have to reduce the weight for sure, but maybe we'll just do both. Do 100 here, and then I'll do 100 push-ups. Okay. So I'm going to start here since I got this set up. We're just going to change the weights and reduce it a little bit. Ay. All right, so let's do 100 over here, and then I'll remove the bench and I'll do 100 push-ups. That should be a pretty sick pump. Should be a pretty sick pump. Yeah, buddy. Yep. I'm gonna go as wide as possible. I'm gonna go as wide as possible on this one. Oh, man. Oh man, that's good stuff. Good stuff. And we're gonna follow that up with some push-ups. Of course we are. Holy smokes. We should just do that as like a main workout. 100 reps a set, right? Alright? Holy smokes. Dude, I feel more pumped off that one set than the whole workout we just did. We should be doing 100 rep sets. Hey, one more reps. Family, welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. Boy, that was awesome. Dang. Let's just do it again. That was so good. Let's just do it again, right? I need more of that for sure. I need more of that in my life, like on the regular. If we're going to build a workout around that, we're going to have to time our rest period. Holy smokes. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. That was a good pump. Yeah, high reps seems to do it, right? High reps seems to do it. It comes back to that with everything, right? You know, in prisons, 50 reps per set times 20 sets, that did it, man. We should do that method on the freaking weights. We should do 50 reps per set times 20 sets. Yeah, right? just transfer it over to the weights. Going wide. Nice. Nice pump, man. Nice pump. Oh, man, that was 60. That was 60, and that's feeling pretty freaking lit. Holy smokes. Tony's been doing partials ever since. Yeah, loving it. Yeah, it's a great thing, right? What's not to love? Buffalo love from New Zealand. New Zealand. Greetings. I'm from Ohio, guys. Welcome to the chat. Let's see, I don't have a favorite food. The more important thing is that there is no lack of the daily bread. I'm a big bread eater. I do eat a lot of bread. Yup. Crazy work. Thank you. It feels good. These higher reps feel better. I like it. I like it. Okay, so you know what? Let's do another 50. And when we pop up, we'll start the timer. Keep an eye on how long it actually takes us to recover. Greetings, Tony, and greetings, Casey, Australia, Matthew. Welcome to the chat. Here we go, right? Yeah, it's the higher reps, man. The higher reps really get the pump going, you know what I mean? I feel it in my lats. I feel it in my lats. Holy smokes. I see that a lot. Functional muscle. What's not functional about my muscle? People say that because I do half reps, my muscle isn't functional. Where in the world would you get that idea? It's funny. That's the ego talking, if you want to be real about it. That's all that is. Because I've proven time and time again, I'm kind of like a superhuman, you know. I could dead hang 23 minutes. I could deadlift 585 pounds. I could pretty much do thousands of reps in one set. There's nothing that I can't do. And everybody's like, oh, it's not functional. I'm like, dude, I'm more functional than anybody else out there. You know, like, where are you getting your idea from? You know what I mean? Natasha says, thank you for honoring my super. You never fail me. Thanks for the channel support, Natasha. Appreciate it. Now we're on to something cool. We found these nice reps. These high reps, man. This is awesome. Now we're going to do like super high reps with everything. Right, we're going to take the calisthenic prison push-up routine and just transfer it onto the Smith machine. Right? Because that's exactly what I'm doing here. Right, with these little repetitions, high reps. Man, it feels great. It feels great. Fish says, 2 years ago I switched from conventional bodybuilding movements to high rock calisthenics, and my gains have gone through the roof. And that's facts, man. It doesn't cost you anything to investigate this method for yourself, right? You'll see the gains happen immediately. You'll feel an immediate pump comparatively. You're gonna like it. You're gonna enjoy your workouts more often now because you have it in your life, and that's the truth. Yeah, functional kinetics. I'm more functional than anybody out there, okay? And then all I do is half rep range of motion, right? You give me 90% of the guys out there, I'm more functional than them because of the training I'm doing, this half rep range of motion. This is key. It's key. And it doesn't cost you anything but leave your ego at the door and give it a try. That's all, right? And then all of a sudden your life is improved, right? Because you learned something. You took the time to learn something new. Welcome aboard. All right. You're not going to regret it. I tell you what, you're not going to regret it. You're going to get gains on top of gains on top of gains, right? There's nothing to regret. Oof. Greetings, Anriel. Greetings. Hello, family and friends. see. How much benefit does half repping shorties? What? All I do is half reps. It's like 90% of everything I do. Yep. It's a good time. Head busting workout, good one. Brad says that made me jealous. Need to do some weights now. Competitive as F. Heck yeah. Sweet. Competition's good, man. It's good. You know, it's good to work out with somebody, right? Like when I work out with my brother Justin, it pushes me to push a little further because he's really good. You know, and then he'll do something, I'm like, oh dang, that's cool, right? And then I want to one up him, right? And it goes back and forth. Like if we're doing burpees back and forth, he's got some cool moves. It always inspires me to do more. Do you feel like exercise is all you are now? No. I am more. You guys only see a splinter, a fraction of my life. You guys only see the physical fitness side. You know, I'm still a human being. There's more than me, to me, than just working out. But a good amount of me is working out. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I love working out, right? What's not to love? It's not for everybody, but a guy like me, it's for me, for sure. It's just what I needed. Greetings, guys. Greetings. Well, muscle growth, endurance, and joint health. Yeah, it's good stuff. The human body, guys, can do amazing things, and I don't think a lot of us really know what we're capable of. I love more than anything the analogy of the jar full of fleas, right? If you have a jar full of fleas with a lid on it, the fleas learn to only jump as high as the lid. And you can take that lid off and none of them will jump out, even though they're fully capable of jumping leaps and bounds, you know, naturally, right? You can pour them out on the table and none of them will jump higher than what they learned, right? We got to unlearn what we've learned, right? Because there's a lot of gains to be made left on the table, right? We got to just put the ego aside, wipe the slate clean, and just start fresh. Mindset. Can you please explain rest periods? What's too little rest and what's too much rest? Well, the best way to focus on your rest periods is utilizing just a regular kitchen timer, right? And these things, you'll be able to feel when your heart rate is calmed down enough to push yourself through a nice hard set. You want to whittle it down as much as possible. How much do you really need before your set starts deteriorating in overall quality? Once your set starts deteriorating in quality and you find that sweet spot of how much rest you need to the failure point, then the fun begins. That's where the gains are made. You know, it's a fine balance between those two.